You are listening to an Atomic Broadcasting production, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the feature presentation. And remember, do your part, such as like, comment, rate, and don't forget to tell a friend to tune in for an Atomic Time.
Now, where did we leave off? Ah, yes. In the Temple of Pharasma, Val received some troubling guidance concerning Einar, and especially Neros. Meanwhile, Neros found Zephyr and Einar deep into their cups, and fast friends with Hody. Sam's jealous.
I have a wife, thank you. I'm a happy man.
You didn't say happily married, man.
Happiness notwithstanding, since the last episode ended with you all befriending Hody, I would consider Hody no longer a threat, defeated.
Drunk.
Was he ever really a threat?
And as such, you are all now level 9.
Oh, yeah!
So we'll have like a little intermission music or something. Yeah.
I'm done.
Elevator music. Insert elevator music here.
Yeah, I'm done too.
All right, welcome back from leveling up, everybody.
Man, that took so long.
Gosh.
My fingers are warm now.
Let's go around the table, and everybody can tell us one cool thing you got from your level up. If that's a new ability, a new spell, a new activity that you're...
We saw what happened on our side, too.
I got logged out of our VTT. But y'all know anyway. Yeah, tell me, what cool stuff did you get from leveling up?
He just pulled out gloves.
He just pulled out
Hands are
He
cold.
got one cool thing from leveling it up. Look, gloves.
So I guess I'll go first. I got a new thing for my relic called Dark Roads, and I think this sounded super cool. It lets me go. I can't scroll over. Hold the phone.
Holding.
All of you who are listening to podcasts on your phone, hold it.
Holding.
Everyone pick up your phone and hold it.
My relic I'll hold it too. My relic creates a path from my shadow to a nearby one, teleporting me and any items that I'm wearing or holding from my current space to an unoccupied one.
That's
within 30 feet that I can see. I also can't use it again for 1d4 rounds.
That's so cool, though.
Nice.
Which means I could just start teleporting in outside of combat, right?
I mean, the generally, maybe.
Ooh. And it says if this would bring another creature with you, the gift fails. My bad. If there's a creature with me, it fails.
You should get the darkness spell. That way you can cast it and always have a spot of darkness.
I'm pretty sure I have it.
So Zephyr be teleporting all over the place now.
Zephyr be popping up where you least expect. Unless you're expecting a shadow, because that's where he will pop up.
All right. Alward.
Oh, goodness. I got so many things I could talk about, but I think I'm just going to talk about the ancestry feat I got. I'm not going to say the wording because I don't like how they worded this at all, so I'm going to change it. But I get to tap into the god mind and cast hypercognition once a day.
What is hypercognition?
Yeah, what's that do?
I get to roll 5 recall knowledge checks in a row.
Oh,
Wow. And that's a
That's
single
amazing.
action, right?
Yeah, it's a single action. I'm just like, tell me everything.
that is really good.
It is really good.
It's the math equation meme.
Yeah, it is the math equation meme.
I think it's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Nice. I got to be prepared to know all the things. Val.
Well, I got a really cool ancestry feat. But I don't know if I want to talk about that or just wait till later.
Keep your secrets.
All right, then.
I'll just talk about it now. So the exciting thing for me is divine wings. So once per day, I can call forth magical wings from my back, and they remain for 10 minutes, and I gain a fly speed equal to my run speed. So for once per day for 10 minutes, I can get a fly speed. Even more Valkyrie-like. I can be Val the Valkyrie.
Is that what your name actually means?
Yeah,
No, it's probably.
that's where I got Val from. I shortened Valkyrie.
Wow.
I assumed. Wow.
I thought it was just like Valerie
No.
or Valure.
What?
What?
I don't know.
What?
She was a Valkyrie descendant in my mind immediately, so I called her Val.
It was the plan all along.
You fell for my trap card.
Enough of Sam.
Oh, wait, I also...
What did Abby get?
I got a can of peaches and cream Monster.
Another
good?
can? Sorry, that was really judgy.
Do not judge my caffeine
But
habits.
see, you are one to talk.
Okay, well, you
drink
know what?
So
I can.
much
It's
of it.
I live off of caffeine and the tears of my enemies.
I don't have any enemies.
She's
but-
all out of
Hey, what did
caffeine.
you get?
Another can of Monster. I got some pretty cool stuff. I got a really cool ancestry feat, but it is not as exciting as one of my 5th level spells.
What's your 5th level spell?
It's called Black Tentacles.
Tenty arms 2?
Yep.
Dang, I look forward to seeing that in action.
So what this is, unfortunately, it's 3 actions to cast this spell, but it was pretty cool. Oily black tentacles rise up and attempt to grapple each creature in the area. Make spell attack rolls against the fortitude DC of each creature. Any creature you succeed against is grabbed and takes 3d6 bludgeoning damage. Whenever a creature ends its turn in the area, the tentacles attempt to grab that creature if they haven't already, and they deal 1d6 bludgeoning damage to any creature already grabbed.
That sounds absolutely
So-
terrible. So isn't it any mission around you, or do you get to choose an area
It
within?
is range of 120 feet and a 20-foot burst adjacent to any flat surface.
That's great.
Duration 1 minute.
You can put them
That's
on
good.
walls
You can put them on ceilings.
Mm-hmm. I can
or on a brazier.
I can
Oh, that's not
literally
flat
just, if someone's standing against the wall, I can just cast it and then just
That is
hug them against the wall for a little bit.
so terrifying.
I know.
I like it.
It gives me joy.
Yeah, cult casters have some really cool spells.
Yeah, they do.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you always complain about occult spellcasting.
Yeah, it's not as good as other spellcasting. Fight me.
I mean, I like my spells.
No,
We
I'm not
use our
saying they
occult
don't have good
spellcasting.
spells.
I like my spells. I'm sorry. Sven, what did you get?
I
I am not going to tell you
what?
Aw.
We've all shared.
Fine, keep your secrets.
for now.
What ability did you boost?
I boosted Constitution too.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
so did I, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your health points?
I'm also a master in society.
That is not what he asked.
That is not what you asked at all.
What's your health? I'm a master in society. Good for you.
You take 20 damage, but hold on. Did you consider I'm a master in society?
Oh, I finally became trained in
My
stealth this level.
HP
Oh,
is
good.
134.
That's my HP.
Hey! I actually have something cool that I got. I don't want to say it right now.
That sounds so nice to have
Y'all are, like,
134
almost
HP.
doubling my
Good
HP
lord.
here.
So I am the squishiest one.
You have more health than me, though.
It's
But
the
I
arms.
only have 24
It's
AC.
the arms.
fair.
You got squishy arms.
You give and you take. You give and
I
you
haven't had
take.
an excuse to use tentacle arms lately.
There's always
I-
an excuse.
I've missed them.
to use
Okay.
tentacle arms.
All right,
Abby.
Is there?
Always
when you were
an
talking to
excuse.
Gwibs, you could have just popped them out.
Rub his face with it.
That's weird.
I am so
I only-
excited
Go
to move
around the
on to this
biceps,
episode,
you know,
guys.
see if you can
I
reach
only
around.
caress someone with a tentacle arm if I'm about to slap them.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Gwibs doesn't deserve to be slapped.
You
No,
guys haven't
he
had your
does
first
not.
fight yet.
What about that?
I mean, we came pretty close.
When you went to the bar and those two were drunk, you could
I
a
could
triple
have.
slap with your tentacle.
I could
arm.
have. I could have just cephalopod arms, just grabbed Neros.
Nero's grabbed
Give yourself
himself.
a big hug.
Grabbed Zephyr and Einar and just slammed their head on the table. It's like, stop it. Owie.
So I do have to ask, Nero, since you were heading to the bar trying to find the wayward members of the party, are you going to be tentacle arm and grabbing them and bringing them back to the headquarters, or?
I don't know. You're the GM. You tell me.
All right, so Neros is walking down the streets of Joel. One hand is holding
like the back of Zephyr's shirt, and the other hand holding the back of Einar's shirt, and she's just dragging them down the road.
Holding the back of Einar's shirt.
Yes.
She's very strong for this scene
And
only.
Tall.
No, that's the tentacle arms give her
Hey,
reach.
you should be laying on the ground as much as you need to.
Oh yeah, she's dragging you.
Listen, you're so drunk, your strength is out the window.
I'm just stumbling along.
We do that like quintessential bit from every movie where there's like eyes opening and closing montage of various scenes of them being dragged back and a cloth being pressed to their forehead.
Oh, Neros would not be that nice. She'd throw them in a corner and be like, sober up.
It's the old man landlord guy who's just like very tenderly caring for the two drunkards.
I could see it.
Fortunately, the friggin' fig filler wears off quickly, and by morning, the two of them are feeling... To be honest, your hangover is not an enviable situation, but you are in your right mind.
Neros has fixed up a hangover cure for both of you. Because she is experienced in the hangover.
Did you have anything to drink?
No.
Okay.
Einar, just after he sits up. Oh.
Neros just takes a big breath. I won't yell at you. I'm sorry. Good morning.
You just see him, like, he hears the breath and he it's as if he knows what to expect. And you see him tense and wince. And then you stop and he's like, morning.
And then as she leaves, she slams the door.
Ow.
Wait, are we in the same room?
I think so.
So the apartment only had 3 rooms.
So yes.
I can definitely see them pairing us up. Because we're so much alike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least for sleeping off the alcohol. Just dumped you both in the same spot.
Zephyr rolls over and looks at Einar. On the opposite side of the room.
You've been cuddling all night?
I like to imagine Einar as the little spoon.
Yes, I was about to say that.
And Zephyr looks at him and he says, "Did we find anything out about Hody yesterday?"
Bits and pieces. Other than... That's a good drink. We're not going back there again. And they talk to... what's her name? And he just rubs his temple and then reaches over and grabs one of the concoctions, sniffs it, grimaces, takes a swallow. If they lose Svelta, that's who he's talking to them through, supposedly.
That's what you got out of that?
It's the most important bit that I can remember.
I just remember
The rest of
being
it's a bit of a
friends.
blur.
Zephyr gets up and he walks over and grabs whatever the you gave us separate cups, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay. He grabs whatever and just downs the stuff.
Oh, that's brave.
Einar just looks at you and is just waiting.
And he looks at Einar and goes, "I've been through worse." Anyway, I guess this stuff really did affect me. I'm going to step out.
You should sit down.
I want to step out. I think I need to stretch my legs.
By all means.
He takes one step. And then he falls back and just sits on his butt on the floor. All right, I'm going to sit here. So tell me more. What do you remember?
As I said, most of it's a blur.
It seems it's come to me to remind you of what you need to know. That sounds like it's a quote from The Godfather, but it's not.
I mean, I think that is genuinely the most important thing we learned is that...
That's the most significant thing.
Yeah.
We can kill Svelta.
No.
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 What I think
Not
will
the
be
blind
fun
girl.
and interesting is you guys had a really long conversation with Hody on the matter of hours of talking with him. So I think from this point forward, if you have a question about the Aeridsons or Joel, you can make a society check to see if you remember the answer to that question.
Oh, that's fun.
Good job, boys.
Wow.
You walk in to say that.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Socialization, yay.
I told you need to sit down.
I'm sitting. Think I'm sitting. Yeah, this is sitting. You know,
Her draughts are always like that.
have you had more of her potions?
As soon as you ask that question, he realizes what he just said. Yeah. Whenever we were drinking.
I guess I don't hang out enough with you guys. I feel like I'm on my own journey of discovery. I was thinking, while I was dreaming of things. I think I may have had some of it might be real, some of it might not be, but it might have been dreaming of what we were talking about yesterday. By the way, did you see a giant spider, or was that a dream?
And you see him pause, absent-mindedly take another sip, realize what he just did. No. Oh, I don't remember. Oh.
This may be my memory playing tricks on me, but did you ever tell us what you did before you were here with us, before we found you in the Grungir forest?
I was with Uver, remember?
Right. It's so confusing. Because we were, this whole thing. We were with him, and then we weren't. Then we killed him, but it wasn't him. And then you were there, but you seemed to know more about... Because you were whistling that song.
It probably wasn't that song.
Well, if you can't remember, I don't remember a lot either.
It's complicated, Sophia. It is a nice song, though.
I agree. I've warmed up to it. I didn't used to like it. I don't like people perceiving me, and I felt very targeted by it, but...
I thought it was an apt description of you. I don't know you that well, but it was fun.
I don't necessarily have the ability to read all of it, but I'm an open book. Speaking of that, and I pull out my book and I just start looking at it.
As you pull out the book, you just hear knock knock.
Oh,
is it?
Not so loud,
Knock, knock.
please.
It's actually more of thud thud.
Oh.
The secret code is knock knock, wink wink, nudge nudge.
Thud thud.
That's not part of it.
Hold on, I'll get it. And he just opens up the door that I'm sure squeaks a little bit, and he just... And he about comes unglued.
There's just a floating note that says breakfast is ready.
He grabs it, pulls it up to his eyes real close. Breakfast downstairs. Can you stand?
I can crawl.
I'll help.
Wait, are there any shadows in here?
I know.
Sure. There'll be like a shadow under the bed or a shadow behind a door. Or
Can I
like that.
use my new ability to just teleport myself 30 feet increments?
Every like 10 seconds. Boop. Boop.
Like I'm just gonna, because it's my own shadow that has to create the first one, and I do that. I just fall back into my own shadow and pop out in the hallway where there's a nice little corner shadow. Well, that was cool.
I just have this cool visual in my mind of you like falling over backwards and the camera follows you. And when you pass through the floor, you fall back up through the floor where you were going to.
Like that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean with the ship overturning into the underside and the camera's... yeah, so I do that in about 6 times I'll finally make it to the
How
kitchen.
big do you think this apartment is?
Well, I
It
have
gets
to
bigger every
I
episode.
think I have to be able to see it,
It now has 2 stories.
and I can only do shadows. So, like, if I can't see that there's a shadow,
It's fair.
Okay.
Since when were you able to do that?
I'm not sure. Maybe since yesterday, I've awoken something in myself.
He's just whoosh, disappear. Wow. And he looks genuinely surprised.
Wait, are you gonna appear under the table?
Yes.
That's where the shadow is?
Yes, I am. How is this table laid out? Like, is it a 4-leg? Is it an island? Is it a...
If it was an island, you wouldn't be able to go underneath it.
Well, some of them have, like, a little
It's
alcove.
It's a cantilever off the wall.
I
No!
I can't imagine that right now for some reason.
It's directly shoved into the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no legs, no pedestal or anything under it. It's just
Just sticking out of the wall.
Yeah. I don't like that, though. That is not canon.
It's just
well,
a 4-legged
the
table,
landlord
right?
remodeled things.
Just because we don't like something doesn't mean that we can just say it's not canon.
This is my apartment!
We could say
it's my apartment.
we push the war map to the side for the moment.
You're
Oh, the eggs are
eating on the
advancing in
war
Joel.
table.
The eggs are advancing in Joel. Breakfast.
How did you get under the table?
Oh. Sorry, that sounded ruder. What are you doing down there?
I whooshed.
You what?
I whooshed.
Where's Einar?
He's coming.
You just hear a heavy thud as he walks down the stairs slowly.
Good morning.
I was worried he was going to be under the table.
Morning.
Did you finish all of that?
I did.
Good job.
Oh, me too. It was lovely. I'm still sitting.
He drank it all in one go. And he looks at Neros.
Neros looks a little horrified.
Sophia, you can get up from under the table.
I
I
don't
don't know
he
if I can.
Here, take
yeah.
my hand.
He grabbed your hand.
That's not
Just pull
meant
you
to
out.
be downed all at once.
Here, just sit right here, Sophia.
I don't think I ever stood. I think you just picked me up with my with your arm,
Yep. I set you
And, like,
down.
set me
and then I
down.
pushed the chair.
like a crane. Not a crane.
It's a mistake you
those
make
games.
once.
Here's a napkin.
Oh, I'll make that mistake again. Trust me.
And he just sits down.
What? This is the first time I've ever made this for you.
Surely not.
See, he's doing it again.
Doing what?
He just did it.
What?
The saying things that it implies that he knows more than he does. He just did it.
That's a very strong assumption there. Maybe he just forgot.
Is this about his stuff?
Yes.
Howard's gonna turn around and just go back to making eggs.
We canonized the eggs.
They are very good, by the way.
Thank you.
The eggs.
Einar's just trying his best to ignore it. Like, I'm not thinking correctly. I'm not talking correctly. I'm going to stay out of trouble now.
Well, speaking of Einar,
He's sitting there, his eyes half closed because it's bright.
I shall.
But he
I'll
opens
wait. You
one.
should have food first. I'll wait.
While we're eating, what did everybody do yesterday?
I committed terrorism.
You did what?
We'll put a pin in that.
No, we will not.
I thought you were looking for that fella.
Oh, I found him.
Oh, and then you committed terrorism with him?
Yes.
Was the terrorism first or second?
Second.
Was he
Wait.
doing it?
Yes.
Oh, so he.
By the way, he first question he asked me when he realized who I was was if I knew you, Alwood, and if I was part of the resistance.
People are committing terrorism with my name?
Yes.
Ooh, you're a terrorist.
No, I'm not.
I thought you were just an embezzler.
All in the name of the resistance, Alwood. I must assure you.
I'm just, yeah, as I get more flustered, the eggs in the pan start wobbling and then fly out of the pan.
Oh no.
Maybe step away from the stove if you're gonna freak out.
That's fine.
I asked for scrambled, not an omelet. I didn't actually ask, but
My eye.
I didn't plant bombs, but I did tell someone that they needed to leave.
But there were bombs.
There were many bombs. There's so many bombs. I don't know if he ever put them anywhere because I don't remember hearing any explosions. Although he did say he needed to blow up the ground. I don't know what that means.
Did you get any of these bombs?
Yes,
place-
actually I did.
We could blow up the owl. Not what is the word?
Please don't blow up the L
Aridson
word.
Mansion.
The Aridson, it's one bomb. I don't think it's going to do that.
Well, maybe we can reverse engineer it and make more out of that. same
Zephyr,
thing.
I don't think we should be blowing people up.
No one commit more acts of terrorism
Well,
than
we can
what
just make sure they're
Neros
out.
did.
I mean,
They don't have a base.
I technically am not the one that committed terrorism.
What did you do?
After Howard, you say, don't commit any more acts of terrorism. Anybody who's either near Einar or listening carefully just hears this snort as if from behind a coffee cup.
Did you do terrorism yesterday too?
What?
Not
No.
any more than usual. We
We
were
just-
together.
Yeah, we talked to Hody for how long was
Well,
that?
how'd that go?
A
It didn't seem like it was going very well in the alleyway.
Well, I walked in on it and they were all hugging.
We had a few drinks.
You guys found Hody.
No, he found. Well,
oh yeah, we
Yeah, we
talked
did
to
find
him
him.
in the bar. He had our wanted posters.
yeah, he
And then
wanted to kill us, but now he doesn't.
He turned into a rat and we caught him.
I called him, yeah.
This
Yeah.
is very disjointed. Are you getting all the details?
Yeah.
But other than he promised not to kill us anymore.
Oh, that's great.
Did you really promise?
Oh, they were-
Listen, you all were hugging and saying you were best friends when I walked in the tavern,
Oh,
so
it ended well. Okay.
they were very drunk.
Oh. It ended okay?
I think so.
Is he gonna
Okay.
remember it ending okay?
They said they were best friends.
Good.
Okay.
Pretty cool guy, honestly. The shiny thing, really interesting how it works. I think. Anyway, we did learn that Selfie,
Svelta?
right, Svelte.
Did you
So we
say
took a
selfie?
selfie. We became best friends.
Smile! We learned a new term from him.
Svelte. What I do remember clearly, Arid talks to the family, and he does big quotations, through Svelte's dreams.
Do you remember Svelta Alwood?
Yeah, the blind woman who cast darkness when you tried to kidnap her. What
Yeah.
were you doing in that room?
Was this the doorknob thing?
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Quick thing. We were at the house, and I went into the
Oh,
bedroom
yeah.
where
We,
she
we
was.
already told him all this.
But we also met Siggy there, which was part of it. So
Val, please tell me you had a normal day.
Well, after I left them, I went to the temple for a little while, and I decided on this new face paint. On the side of her face, where the skull pattern used to be, now it's all lines of music
Oh,
ooh.
that she has all down there.
that's nice.
Yes. Thank you.
So
There's also other revelations, but I don't think that they're breakfast revelations.
Am I the only one
Okay.
with a normal day?
Well,
I'm
what'd
sorry,
you do?
Nevis.
yeah, what did you do?
I went to the library underground. That's it.
That's normal.
Oh, back to the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
place.
Compared to what you guys did.
Well, did you find anything?
Oh, the family's collecting dead bodies, and I learned some stuff about flesh warping.
The family's collecting what?
They're dead?
And flesh warping?
Well, from ancient Thessalonian.
They're collecting the dead bodies.
Yes.
Of
That
ancient Thessalonians?
sounds.
No.
I'm hoping just to bury them.
Same.
Probably not.
So what's the next plan? What do we have to do? We can go after Svelta and take away the communication with Arid.
I have an So, okay. So I spoke to Pharasma yesterday. She was at the temple, and I
You-
got to
Hold-
speak
hold-
with
I'm
her.
sorry,
Hold on.
just casually speaking to Pharasma.
It wasn't very casually.
Is this part of your thing?
Yeah, it's part of my whole thing. A lot of things came up because I was looking for guidance because I'm feeling a little lost. So I got some answers there. I met another fella, Barzak, I believe. He was there. He's the usher of the psychopomps, you know. So he was hanging out there. He's not usually outside of the road of the dead roads. Dead
Are you
roads?
just friends
dead
with these
road.
things?
The dead roads.
No, I've read about them recently, and he had some stuff to talk about, but he didn't get to tell me about them because Pharasma showed up instead and told him to go away.
When you said that you had non-breakfast related revelations.
Oh yeah, it related to Neros and Einar.
What do you mean, Neros and Einar?
Pharasma said some things about Neros and also told me that you have to tell us your secrets.
I like that idea. I think he does need to tell us the secrets.
I'm sorry, Neros.
What?
What are you sorry about?
I'll talk about it later.
I'm just trying to enjoy my eggs. You all are just...
They are very good eggs, and the French toast is to die for.
What? You met with Pharasma?
Yes, she was there.
The Lady of Graves?
Yes, it was pretty nice. They were in the reflections on the floors.
They were in the reflections on the floor.
But then when Bazrock left, he made a portal through a tapestry, and he went through there, and then he looked back at me.
And I thought I was drunk.
I wasn't drunk.
I think you two were the only ones that were drunk.
And Pharasma said that I need to tell you my secrets.
I asked her about guidance and things, and she was all like, well, you kind of make that yourself, so I can't tell you a lot of things, but I will set you up by telling you need to talk to Einar about his secrets.
How is doing active acts of terrorism not the most exciting thing that happened to us yesterday?
Yeah, she also mentioned that there are people that I trust and I don't trust. She said that they're trying to control the fates of some other people, and she was not very pleased about that.
So do you not trust Einar?
I trust, and I don't know. She said trust and don't trust. So I don't know if there's someone, if it's like two people, maybe it's someone I trust and someone I don't trust. Or she's just being really vague about it, and it's just someone I know who is trying to control other people's fates. And separately, she told me to ask about Ivar.
You're gonna get there.
Einar's secrets. Yeah, so there is someone who's doing bad things that I might trust or might not trust, that we should stop. And it didn't seem to be Ericsson's because I brought them up.
Would it be necessarily a bad thing? I mean, what exactly?
She was not very happy about it.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
And she's already in a bit of a tussy.
I don't know about you, but it sounds like me that she was trying to control you.
No, I asked her for guidance on what I should do, and she gave me some things.
Can we get back to Einar's secrets?
Upset about some other stuff. I would like you to tell me your secrets. Your secrets. It seems like it's a big deal.
There are people that are trying to control...
Yeah, control fates.
What secrets do you have?
I don't want to hear from you.
I'm sorry. Gonna turn back around.
You shouldn't talk to Howard like that, Einar. It's very rude.
I need some air. And he just gets up and walks out.
Well, okay.
I'm sure he'll come back.
I don't know about you all, but I really need time to relax before some earth-changing revelations happen.
Well, we don't always get what we want.
I'm just gonna lounge out on the couch for a little bit. You still have a couch, right, Alwood?
I don't know. Check in the room that became the storage room.
What room?
It was Lena's room.
Alright, come and get me when the earth is changing.
Okay.
Do you want to hear the other big thing, or do you want to wait till later?
Well,
before you go to that closet.
If Lena stayed in a closet.
She had to keep an eye on all the brooms.
I mean, I feel like there's just so much going on.
That's okay. We'll talk about it more later, I'm sure.
Maybe just air it out now, so we know. And
I can talk about it now. He's gonna walk away. I didn't want him to miss it if he wanted to hear it. It's just about Nero's stuff.
After thinking about it for a second, Zephyr kind of stops and just leaves the door open. I don't think that the apartment is that big, so he should be able to still hear.
It's gonna get bigger every time we talk about it.
He came downstairs.
You teleported multiple 30 feet.
I had to see the shadows. I need to know where I was going.
There's now a basement.
I'm still listening. I'm just sitting down.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. As you see Zephyr dragging the couch out.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. So Neros. So Will Phrasma is giving me all this good stuff, good guidance. The Barzak killer, he's the usher of Psychopomp, so he's kind of like in charge of Psychopomp.
You mentioned that.
Yeah. He's also very raveny, too.
Okay.
Very bird-like. He said he was saying he had a job for me, but he didn't want to say it in front of Phrasma, it seemed like. So Phrasma interrupted it and sent him away. So I asked about you to Phrasma, because I was talking to her, and I felt like that was a good opportunity to ask about your parents.
Okay.
But she got really upset when I brought you up. And she told me not to speak about you. She said you were, what's the word she used? That you basically shouldn't.
Shouldn't what?
That your very existence essentially is in defiance to nature. That you shouldn't exist, basically. She seemed really upset but didn't want to get too into it.
Well,
I shouldn't exist?
That's not very nice.
Yeah, she got upset about it. And,
What did I ever do to her?
I don't know.
Apparently you existed.
I'm not sure. Something happened.
She's the goddess that I worship. Sort of.
Yeah, I thought she'd be cooler about that.
So we have a god angry at us just because Neros is with us now?
She's really happy with me.
Well,
I've been with
that's
all of you
nice.
before she got here.
That's true.
It's true. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I asked her more batches if there's anything I could do to help with the situation and you, and she said basically when there's something that she'll need done about you, she'll let me know.
To be done about me?
Something like that.
What is she going to have you do? Kill me?
Don't kill Neros.
I don't plan to kill Neros.
What would you do if she asked you to kill me?
Listen, that's so crazy hypothetical that I'd rather not think about right now.
Well, that's what it sounds like she's planning.
That I don't believe that would happen.
You can not believe it, and it would still it could still happen. She's a god. She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So
I can't help that I exist.
Yeah.
It's not my fault that I exist. I'm sorry that offends her.
I assume it has something to do with your parents, but she didn't give any details about them, or really say anything about them. Only about you. So I tried to find out something from her in relation to it. So I mentioned.
You found out that she thinks I'm an abomination.
Well, I don't think... Did she say that? I mean...
That's what it sounds like.
She didn't say those words, though.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Well, I brought up Carvis to her.
After her being angry that I exist, you brought up Corvus?
What's Corvus?
It's not your business.
Oh, he's a psychopomp.
I don't think Neros wants me to know, Val.
But because Barzak he gave me the impression that maybe I was reading too much into it, that he seemed to have something very definitive for me that might have been related to the situation with Corvus. So I thought maybe Pharasma had already known, so I asked her if she knew what we'd been up to, and that we had spoken to a psychopomp, and then she asked kind of a follow-up question.
Which was?
Well, just more details about Corvus specifically, and then she said she'd had something she had to deal with, and said
As soon as you say that she said she had something to go deal with, Nero stands up from whatever chair, stool, or whatever she's been sitting on. Acts like she doesn't know where to go. She just kind of glances at the door, glances upstairs, just She's very angry, though.
I told her how much you've helped me, and that I want that if she can think of anything that we can do to, I don't know, rectify whatever happened.
I don't know what happened.
She seemed like maybe she'd think about that, and that's when she said if she'd thought of something, she'd let me know. So maybe she'll figure something out. She might figure something out, and it might go well, you know?
Well, if I'm in a defiance to nature...
Maybe your parents did something. Maybe it's related to your hands. There's a lot of things no one seems to know about your birth.
Well, I apparently shouldn't even exist, so I shouldn't have been born at all.
None of us think that.
Well, that's you.
For the record.
According to a god, I just...
But you are here, and that means you do have a fate of some sort.
And so far, you've been doing pretty good. Minus the act of terrorism. I mean, you've been doing very good things.
I wouldn't be where I am now without you.
I think I also need to get some air. She walks out.
So I wasn't going to bring this up at breakfast. But
I think it's good you did. Now she has the whole day to think about it.
I guess so.
Do I keep saying wrong things?
What do you mean?
They both yelled at me.
I didn't catch Neros yelling at you.
It's fine.
I think they're just processing emotions. And hopefully they understand that we are friends and we care about them. I'm just also very confused about what's going on. But I feel very comfortable, confident that we might get some better idea of how to move forward when we hear from Einar.
Val, didn't you entrust Neros with that thing that has the darkness in it?
I think she has it. I don't really know. I haven't been keeping track of it.
Could that be why?
Why what?
Why she seems to be the center of so much negativity?
I'm not gonna say I know how an amulet filled with corrupting power from Urgathoa acts, but it certainly doesn't feel like... I didn't get a feeling like I had gotten when I was under it. It didn't seem like it. It just feels like someone processing emotions right now. She only just recently got it anyway. It wasn't that long ago.
Well, that's true. But
a lot of this stuff's been building and brewing since before that.
You've never been physically approached by a god until this point, right?
I feel like I've seen her before. It hasn't been as clear as it was today or yesterday. I think I need to find a way to speak to Barzak. He seemed like he knew something I was asking about, but I don't know how to speak to him. He doesn't really like to leave the Dead Roads. I'm not sure why. He had to have had something very important to say to us, or else he wouldn't have been there. There's no other reason for him to have been there.
Where are these Dead Roads?
They're in the boneyard.
And where is this boneyard?
It's like another plane of existence. Like this plane, the plane of law, the plane of fire.
The Dead Roads are a network of routes that are connected. That connect the boneyard to the rest of the universe. That's where all the psychopomps, they can't travel between planes regularly, so they use these routes. And so they're transporting these souls, they're doing whatever their jobs are back and forth through here, and he is the usher. He's kind of in charge of the psychopomps. He maintains these routes.
This is all so
he doesn't normally leave, because if he leaves, if something goes wrong, then big things could happen. So him being there, I will not get out of my head. It means something very important, and I don't know how to speak to him. Corvus told Neros and
who is
I.
Corvus again?
He is a psychopomp. He's doing things psychopomps don't normally do. I never read about anyone, a psychopomp like him when I was going through all my ratings, but he has a connection to Neros and her parents. He's doing something there, and I think Barzak might know something about it because he's in charge of him, so he should know something. Barzak's like his boss, so he must know what's going on. And he had mentioned to us when we summoned him that we needed to go to the boneyard at some point. Like, not when we die.
So it sounds like we do need to speak with Barzak.
But that's...
In
if
the
we have to
boneyard.
go into the Dead Roads to talk to him, that's not going to be very easy.
Albert, any ideas?
What do I roll? Occultism?
It's a religious thing, though.
What do you want to know?
Any ideas?
About what?
Getting to the boneyards? Not the boneyards. Getting to the bone road.
The dead road.
Yeah.
To get on the Dead Roads, you would need to be escorted by a psychopomp. I'll just give you that one because you guys have been talking about the Dead Roads.
Yeah.
So, if we need to be escorted by a psychopomp to get there, in theory, we could summon Corvus again.
I mean,
we have a way to talk to him, and he could take us there.
I'm sure there are spells that summon celestial beings. We might be able to find one to summon a psychopomp.
We've done it. We have a ritual for it. So we can call him.
When did you find the time?
It's what I've been studying for a while now.
No, to do the ritual.
Also, we were in the forest.
At that moment, you hear frantic running footsteps coming back up to the door of the apartment. And the door flies open. And Nero's bursts back into the room. A little crazy-eyed.
Is everything all right, Nereus?
What did you do?
What do you mean?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Corvus isn't there.
What do you mean?
I can't contact him.
Can you normally? I thought we needed to do the ritual to
No,
call him.
you don't have to. Whenever you lost your mind and you were wandering back to whatever town that was before we got rid of whatever disease you had, I just summoned him by calling to him, and he showed up. He's not there. You brought him into that discussion.
I thought it would help.
You can't. He's not.
He's not there. He said he'd always be watching. He's always there, and he's not there.
Maybe he's busy. Maybe
He's the last connection I had to my parents, Val.
What? It doesn't mean he's gone forever. Maybe he's just talking to someone, and then he'll be back.
You know, Pharasma got rid of him.
I don't think that would happen.
How do you know?
It's not typically how those things go, from my understanding, and I know a lot about psychopomps.
You said that the psychopomps go through the dead road or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe he's out there talking to
Barzak.
Barzak
Maybe could have
he-
called him.
Maybe they had a conversation or something, and he's just still talking over there. I mean, he could be watching, just not here. I don't really know a lot about these things, but maybe I wouldn't lose all hope yet.
Either way, he's not there.
I think Barzak is going to have more answers. You remember Corvus told us we had to get to the boneyard sometime? I think that might be more of that might be part of what he's talking about. Because if we can get a psychopomp to take us to the Dead Roads, we can meet with Barzak. He had no other reason to be there unless it was something very important.
Well, it can't be Corvus now.
It could be. Maybe just after a day or so, he'll be back. I just think we need to let some time pass. We'll need to hear from Einar about some stuff. And then he said it was dangerous to try to go to the boneyard right now and to wait longer till we've understood more things. Maybe this is it, or maybe there's still more we need to understand before we can dive a lot deeper into it. But I'm not going to stop wanting to help.
I think unless we have any pressing matters, we should just lay low today and try to figure out what we need to do tonight.
I'm gonna go to the library again to see if the Thessalonians knew anything about psychopomps.
I can go with you if
Oh, sure.
All right, well, you two just go enjoy your books. I'm gonna stay here and talk to Rustaford. And he starts to shove the couch back into Lena's room.
tell him hi for me.
Okay. Just be careful, okay?
Yeah, I'll do my best. As we're gonna head out, Nearest, I'm sorry if I've caused any problems, but I love you. You are like a sister to me. I've learned that lies, secrets, they don't really help anything. They make more messes. And that the truth brings healing. And that's why I did what I did. And I'm sorry if it's caused any problems, but I think it's going to work out for the best. I really do. And I'm always going to be here to help. I want to help you, and I'll always be here for you.
You're just the messenger. It's fine.
Okay. Just be safe, and maybe try not to do more terrorism today.
I didn't try yesterday.
I succeeded. Do it or not. There is no try.
Alright. And we'll be back here later. I haven't been down there, so I'm kind of looking forward to this.
Oh, it's neat.
Thanks. I heard there were... as we're like...
It's neat, thanks.
as we're walking, I'm like, I've heard there are catacombs down there. That should be interesting. Are they down there too? The library?
I don't know. And then the door shuts.
We're going to go ahead and transition to a time later in the day, maybe an hour or so in the future. Our camera is now just outside the Temple of Pharasma as we see Neros stepping into frame.
So as Nero steps into frame, camera pans up until you see her face. She looks angry and
Hurt.
angry, I guess forlorn, betrayed, because this is the goddess that she worships. Loosely worships, sort of. And she looks like she wants to go inside and like trying to work up the courage to walk in.
As you begin taking a half step forward, you feel sort of a prickling, tingling feeling on your forearms, right at the boundary between the black and the gray.
She snaps her eyes down to her arms as she's feeling that prickling feeling. And she doesn't move her head, but she moves her eyes to kind of glare up at the temple. So that's your issue. There is something wrong with me. Fine. Have it your way. She turns around and walks away.
And that is where we will end this episode.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
As is tradition, since you have all leveled up, you will each get a hero point card.
Teacher, I'm full.
No hero cards for you! As is also tradition, when everybody gets a hero point card, I will do the sign off. Thank you all for coming to my TED Talk today. It's been a good time, and I would like to personally apologize for all of the horrible things that have happened to these characters and will continue to happen to these characters. I'm going to go write up more horrible things for these characters to go through.
Boo!
but I like it.
No, you don't.
And we'll see you all in the next episode. This has been an Atomic Broadcasting production. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to give us some support by liking, commenting, and following. These things really do make a difference in getting the word out and helping our community grow. Also, make sure to check us out on Threads and check out the Discord server, where you can chat with other fans and discuss all the recent developments and happenings. Links to all these good things in the description below. The Written in the Lost is an original story that uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's fan content policy. Atomic Broadcasting and The Written in the Lost are not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, have an atomic time.
A lot of us seem to have memory issues today.
I don't.
She does seem to very plainly recall the terrorism.
Listen, it's not every day you accidentally commit terrorism.